What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Before you dive into this video, just as a heads up, this was all recorded live on Twitch, which you can follow me on Twitch at Mr. Creature. But yeah, so some of the commentary and some of the conversations may not make too much sense to you, and I apologize, but hope you enjoy the video. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome. Let's continue on the way. See what we find out here. Oh. All right. Feel like we're gonna find something out soon. Oh, there we go.
All of you, stop right there. Don't move.
They have us surrounded.
Right?
Who are you?
Bring it on.
Where did you come from?
You first. Show yourself.
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you?
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
The one and only.
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you.
All right.
I'm Bayfong of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Can you let his arm be healed?
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Nice.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show.
Get
I'm
him.
happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The
two.
Rennans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true.
Yep.
You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind.
And
Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
No.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our
Bring
base
it
is
on.
that way.
I'll take out Dedham. I don't give a
You
crap.
could have left me behind, you know.
Absolutely
This isn't
not.
just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
Silly
Guess
Dol
even after
Halim.
you beat the Rennans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.
Nice. But they did it on their own, and that's what's important.
Not this way, I guess.
Wow, it didn't even let me get close. You have a fast travel point now. Owl Forest. Owl Forest. Owl Forest. Time to go to the Owl Forest.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
I would friggin' think so. I missed a lot here. A lot here, though. Look at all them. All right. See what he got. The only reason I came back here. I love this freaking Owl King, man. I don't know how he flies like that. I burped. Silver Sin Cleaver armor. Copper Sin Cleaver armor. All right, so the Sin Cleaver armor is what he's wearing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of fond of that. If this didn't have the gold, I'd probably like this too. Huh. I don't think they're actually equipments though, are they? No, okay. What's the armor itself? Wait! Let's bounce out of here. Back to where we need to be.
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
I don't know about that, but yeah. Joa. You're the chicken, damn it. Get the fuck out of my way. My eye. Ah, okay, we're good.
So you're elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers.
Oh, I don't like this guy.
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Right?
Fortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably
Jesus.
up in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
Man, this dude's tapped.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
You could
The whole
try.
reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of the show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans.
Nope.
Scum-sucking bastards who've been
Wrong.
trading our souls for 300 years now. But you know that. Maybe it's because you and that little lady are friends and more.
Oh, I hate this guy.
You'll pay for that!
That's enough. Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm, and don't ever come back. This is Danan's realm, and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here, and
I think I have to take out this dude just to free the realm.
I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Wings!
Yes! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Oh, I really don't like that guy. I like that punch though. Solid punch. 10 out of 10.
Hey, wait up. Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadheim said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the
I
Reynolds.
get it, kinda, but
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Cool.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadheim.
This isn't Deadheim's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
nope.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're
Cool.
not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems.
I'll take
And
him out
here's where I
anyway.
say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Wait.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Hey, that's fair. That's a fair point.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
Give him that. I give him that. Right?
I get the feeling Deadeye signed up to be a rebel so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
Hell yeah, he
I
is.
know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
Oh, he's just a raging ass.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people.
Just a bias. I don't like him.
That isn't a victory at all.
Don't like him,
I
chat.
can
Telling you.
understand that the Danans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just...
Ah.
What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
Yeah, Shion.
I just don't
Oof.
know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have
Not
a lot
wrong.
of supporters surrounding him too.
Also true.
But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The
Also
Renans are
true.
Powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
Yep.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people.
Absolutely not.
When
Zephyr
you do
was
that,
amazing.
You're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling. But
I
at the
guess.
same time, part of me also feels happy.
Whoa, excuse me.
Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm
Oh,
content
they
knowing
most certainly are. Oh, woo. Come
The
on.
city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Yeah.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You
Huh.
don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
Okay.
You
Okay.
seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature.
Okay.
The ebb
Okay.
and flow of time, and the thoughts
Oh,
of
excuse
people
me.
on the wind.
Relax, dude. Relax.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The
Music
fact
is
that
music.
generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
You cannot, but it's okay. Or yo, oh, this guy's got a quest though. What do you want? Those are cowards. Things never gonna change. Put you down. Zoogles.
All right.
What the?
What do you want?
Hey,
Yeah!
Yeah, here you go.
All right!
I have. There you go. Got a roasted chicken recipe for it. Sweet. Make some chicken. And then I got 2 life bottles I couldn't use. Of course. There's the building I tried to go in because it's the only one that looked solid. Yep. Blah-ding. All right, what do we got? Some bitches, some hoes. Probably not that I can make at the moment, but yes. Hard spherical shell. I don't really want to make that, to be honest with you. Windswept Main shows up a couple times. Oh, it's because I made it already. Yeah. Find Blackthorn. Lizard fin. Windswept Main. Lizard fin. Or an astral crystal. Yours, hard spherical shell, and flaming knights I still haven't been able to make. Fuck. Or an astral crystal. Hey, but oh, that's right. Scale. There it is. Physical damage. Oh, nice.
I hear a voice.
Sell those. Thank you. Charming lure. We'll buy it. Okay.
Somebody's asking for help.
Hopefully it's nothing
What?
that'll be too hard to deal
Oh.
with.
Well, there is. Let's see what she wants. We'll go around. Rice, potatoes, beef, and some spices.
How's this?
There you go. Hey, I got some curry.
Great.
Yes.
Can't wait to try it.
Hey.
You want me to cook it? What's the matter to you? Someone in his place for complaining about my cooking earlier. Teach you. The training's gonna be easy. You think you're ready?
Really?
Hey, what you got? Anything else for this? Lips are sealed. In return, Captain, while we're training. What? Okay, Captain. Yes, Captain.
Yes.
All right. Right.
Can now begin.
Really?
Call for fish. Lucky superior? No, ma'am. Captain. What? Zara's initiation.
All right.
Dive into culinary trenches.
Yes.
Over there.
Dance with it? Of course not.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
This is funny. I like these things. All finished. Jason get a pass grade. Training every day. Yes, Captain. Show him. One day my food will taste so good and knock his armor off. Nice. Got some money. Got some SP.
By the by, Shion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure. As long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes, sir, Captain Shion.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
That's funny. The blazing sword.
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
You think?
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
I
What's there to
agree.
discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
That too.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long
It's
as
not
that
safe
Lord
as
is
long
still
as
running
Deadeye's
around.
around.
We need to act.
Oh,
Fine
Deadeye's
by
a
me.
dick.
But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about.
Esteluva.
Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since
Estaluva.
Menacia.
Luva. The silly word to say. Luva. Geode. Why is she all zippity zappity again?
Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you
No.
go back to the inn?
Nope.
I will when you
Nope.
do.
My hair flips. Flippity floppity, flippity floppity. Oh, she looks so pretty.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little.
Aww.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get
Still
some
love the way
rest,
this sword looks.
okay?
What was all that about?
He loves you, damn it. So pretty.
So we're just
Right.
going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva for
Esteluva. There's a quest all the way down there. I wonder what it is.
next time pay attention.
Let's go find out.
I wonder if something happened.
Oh, this. Fate would bring us together. Ah, you're the Wonder Guy. Minstrel who tells many a tale about this fleeting world. They call me the Wonder Bard. Right, I remember you.
See.
Pleasure. My name is Dolahim. Minstrel. Let's say you're well versed in music. I am. A song I haven't sung or an instrument my hands have not mastered. I'm sure of music myself. Little rendition, kind sir? It's going to take a while, isn't it? I'm more than happy to indulge you in a short poem. Sea of crimson trees, I spy an unknown fellow, standing free within the breeze. Music to my ears. You're quite the rare talent, sir, I must say. You really think so? You. Favor I'm return of kind. World's family, I lost. Gracias. Watson, allow me too.
Great.
And we're leaving. Gotcha.
Excuse me.
Don't leave yet. Legend. Hit a musical instrument knowing one day I'd meet a worthy inheritor. Location detailed in these notes. Artist shall solve the riddles contained within. Want yourself to solve the riddles and uncover? Sure.
Good.
Accept your challenge. Great. Wonder text. Beyond the hovels in a land shrouded by sand and stone. Northernmost reaches of a wasteland to the north of an abandoned village. Back narrow road to the west, whereupon an ancient tower stands. Ah. Okay.
Some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey, maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh?
Hmm. Alright, hold on. I want to say, it sounds like somewhere back here. Nope, that's a different one. That's a different one. All right, what's in this one? Taking root. Taking root of what? Taking root of what? Is there a... Ah, rules around the village. Wait for the young man to pick out some clothes. I don't know how long it wants me to wait. Quivering candles. Crocodile crusher. Huh. Interesting. All right. Whatever. I don't think it's that important. I want to say that's probably where I need to go, though. My God, go back this way. Hmm. Do. Let's go this way. Okay. Eh. Right, something's going on. Oh, I'm in Mekhogsa.
sand in my eyes.
All right.
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Sar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you
Sometimes.
saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the
Apparently.
end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
Yeah. Rock formation.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Maybe,
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
not.
Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most
Fair
likely,
enough.
they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the
What?
world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the
Yeah.
realms reformed it for the crown contest.
Huh.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Kinda.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point,
Huh.
they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
Oh, I won't forget. Will not. Oh my god.
You're so amazing, Kisara.
Do, do,
You
do.
can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel
Do.
like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn
Ow.
to make yourself more useful then.
Oh.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Of course you did.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do
Oh, excuse
anything.
me.
Sounds
Did he
like
now?
he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was.
Ye-
I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions.
Mhm.
I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Yeah,
Funny
that
you
one.
mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
All
And
right,
here
all
I
right.
was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Oh, I have a feeling it is.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Damn.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Okay.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Oh God, no.
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down.
Okay, Kisara, we still love you.
Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Damn.
Don't you ever get tired?
Okay, what? The food guy again. That foodie again. Oh, he's starving. Last met in El Demencia. Another recipe on your travels?
Very nice.
Cut to the chase then.
Is that so?
Who might this fellow be? Who else around Donna in search of true new recipes to try? Pleasure to meet your acquaintance. The Dolahim? Lord of El Demencia? Stew is absolutely exquisite. Palace top secret dish.
Hey.
What do you need for this time? Come on, exactly. Speed it out. Right. Lettuce, apples, and lemons. There you go.
Nice work.
Oh?
Very
Oh.
nice.
Okay.
Well?
All done.
What?
This absolutely exquisite. Exquisitely bad, that is. What? So-called vitamin smoothie to the letter. Down the hatch.
I don't believe that.
All right.
Okay. The bottom of this recipe. Smoothies made for entirely of veggies are recommended for experienced dieters only. Beginners should add fruit juice to the flavor. Process the lettuce. You know I asked you to prepare apples and lemons as well? Come on, who's gonna notice a stupid tiny label?
Now.
Fruit and tempt us one more. Okay.
Yes.
Take it from the top.
What?
Absolutely exquisite. Comparatively speaking, at least. Use the best recipe Mixar has to offer. This made me think of what I saw in Menacia. Combination of fruits and vegetables remind me of Danins and Renans living together, and thought this recipe might capture some from me.
Very nice.
That's the recipe, sure. I'll find out there for sure. You know, within the confines of my stomach.
Yes.
Everything leaves this realm with no regrets. Greater cuisines. A vitamin smoothie, glutton's maze, and some gold. Frickin' guy.
That was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
Let's go. Those blue zoogles look a little zoogly. I'm on guard. Oh, not on guard anymore. Alright, let's take a look. Let's see. We got a thing there. A thing there. And a thing there. Oh, I can fast travel here. Alright, cool. Steel. Still thinking about that stupid puzzle.
I think Hoodle senses something.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
Huh. Let's see. Wonder. Could be up there or down here. I have no need to fight anything in here. Right way? Yeah. collect my fruit as I go. Or in this case, potatoes.
Hey, I think that might be what we're looking for.
Aha!
Is this the so-called legendary instrument?
Actually, I think it's one of the freight train parts that I was using for a sword.
I'm sure anything will be fine. We should take it.
All right. While I'm here, well, what's going on in here? Not actually where I wanted to go to, but okay.
Sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
What do you
Oh,
around?
I guess.
Let's see. Pepper. Here you go.
Oh.
All right, that was easy enough.
How's... Wow. Thanks.
Sweet. Life bottles I can't carry. Oh. Let's see what she says.
Wondering why she'd gone quiet. She's still eating.
All right. The hell is it? Oh yeah, a big ass mantis that I still likely can't take down. Although I think Hoodle was telling me there was a owl somewhere. Nothing up here. Oh, that was a waste of time. Box. All right, maybe not. Thought a Hoodle was hoodling when you got in here. Generally means there's an owl somewhere. Not hoodling anymore. Oh, I did find this.
There's no point in reading it unless you plan on making it.
Because I didn't. Ah. All right. Maybe not. Maybe it's because that guy had a quest. Hoodle. Hoodle does Hoodle things. Oh. This way. Ah! I was right.
Look, Hoodle, one of your buddies.
Ooh. This guy still hasn't. I don't know how long this is supposed to go on. I'm gonna check one on since I'm already bouncing around. I'm gonna take a look.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Still in the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whatever. All right. And then the other one is just a normal quest. What did I miss here? Thought I did them all here. No! He meowed at me.
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Hey, what up, bro? Although, yeah, I guess maybe after.
Well?
It's going all right. Middle of folks, holding snake eyes. Dougals. Dougals! Yeah, sure.
Right.
Navarre snowplanes. Culling snowplane herds. Okay. Yeah, sure. Guessing I can fast travel there. Can't really. I mean, I guess it's just a straight shot down. That's not that bad. That'll be quick. I'm badass.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
I dodge them? Nope. Okay. God damn. Fight still took a little bit longer than it should have.
The heavens must be smiling.
I'll take care of the ones it wants me to.
Hi, Hoodle.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
You won't now.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
There we go. That's how you do it. Right there, right there. Beat the crap out of them and then they go...
Let's dispose of the trash. Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off.
I'm quite aware of what's behind me.
Right.
There's the Zoogle we were asked to handle.
Right, here goes!
Here I go.
Can't get out of this!
More. Raging Ray.
I'll smash you! Here I go!
Power of one. Let's get your weapons away.
There we go. That should be that. Okay. Should be the last quest in Cislodia. At least that's showing up. I'll check again. Pretty sure I did them all done. This one must have unlocked after we finished it.
We finally made it.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Right!
Damn. I guess.
All right. Sweet.
I sense a poor soul who
The
is in
hell?
dire...
Oh, heck.
Right.
All right.
Oh, Jesus. Gonna go talk to people now? Trying to see if there's a thing for finishing all the quests. I go into Cislodia, yeah. Cisloden is the only place I have. Okay. Find out, 'cause I'm curious. See. Artisans are starting to really afraid. Oh yeah, they got liberated short before we did. Live on trade. Behind by the competition. Okay. Hey, that's like backwards. Shit. La, 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 la. Need to go this way. Mountain Plaza Avenue. Still one more area to check. Ow. Get rid of that. All right, that's fair. That's fair. Ain't nobody want to see that thing. Plaza. Alright, hopefully this is the last one. System. Okay.
Did we get everything?
Yeah.
Yep. That's it. I'm not running all the way back there. Not happening. Although if there's another one after this one, I'm not doing it right now. I'll turn this one in, see what happens. If I get another one, I'm bouncing.
All right. Got it.
Alright, hold on. There's still more parts to this. Beat the Zoogle inside the prison tower cells. A hill? What is that? Okay. Oh, that thing! Okay. Okay. I'll go fight it. I remember that thing. I thought they were gonna unleash it on us. They did not, by the way. But I thought they were gonna. Alright.
What?
Be off to prison. You here because you want to be? You're a snitch, aren't you? This guy's acting. Hey, so you decided to hide here and lay low. And turn them in before they did the same to me. It was self-defense. Talk to them. Maybe you'll have understanding. Kill me as soon. Hide forever? That might work. I'm just kidding. A little stranger. It's cold outside the capital. There's nowhere to survive. Hiding in fear underground? What kind of way to live is that? Let's start over. Oh, it ain't. I'm the older guy. They broadcast getting cute. He talk like you. Even not to be like him. Turn themselves around. They had time. Could. Let it go. Damn it.
That ain't funny.
Go around. Don't sound like that now. Get one. Start over? Yeah. Good luck. I'm gonna need it. Okay. That wasn't the point of this, but
Zephyr's words
we.
got through to him. The things he risked his life to say were worth it in the end.
Hey, buddy.
To others too.
Hey, bud. Oh, he's only 21. I was worried. He's actually got a shit ton of HP, though. Ah. Can I target the... Oh, I can. Stop jumping around. Stop jumping around. I'm trying to kill you.
You picked the wrong fight. Now, fall it freely.
Take it down. Here.
Dragon Swarm. Try this.
Perfect move. Freezing flow and Tiger Blade. I never miss.
You're mine.
Oh, damn.
Try this.
Sealed. Here, let me help.
That does a lot of damage. Holy shit.
You're mine.
It looks like we made a mess.
Over. Take this. Now you see what I can do. It's gonna attack.
Watch out. Tiger
Ow. Hey, him. Thanks for stopping in, man. It's all good. No worries. I appreciate it. Ow, 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 ow.
Ignite.
Aha! Yes! Done so! Took that bad layer down! Yay! Key to hidden chamber.
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
Oh, I got an Inferno Fan. That's how I get the Inferno. Oh, you son of a bitch. Alright, but what? Hold on, I got a key to something in here now. Now I gotta go find out what. I thought I unlocked everything in here. Huh. What the hell? Didn't it just... Small key found inside the prison tower. It looks like it's used to operate something. Key to a hidden chamber. Huh. Very interesting. Wonder what it operates. Now I'm curious. Thought it'd be in the prison, but just that I found it here. Is there any collection room? Southern block. Take a quick look. If I find anything that jumps out at me for it. I guess it's gonna be somewhere that I didn't get to thoroughly check. So. That was a talk, okay. Okay, what do we get for all that? A lucky bangle.
Hey, new equipment.
You know what? Kind of worth it. But anyway. Back to Bregdin. Back to Bregdin.
Finally. If only we could have...
All right.
I see.
Here's Zephyr's words. Cautious, infancy, played little.
Hey.
Preston made him remember in the first place. Some credit too. Oh, he's finally sealed the prison. Thanks so much. I mean, you could have just sealed it with him down there. Why'd we? Whatever. Whatever. Oh, nope, it's staying there. I'm done. Moving on. That's not what I meant to do. Not that I mind running around as her. Not what I meant to do. We're done. Moving on. Back to, oh man, I can't even fast travel to the side he's on. Shit. All right, let's go turn that in real quick.
We've reached our destination.
We did. Da, 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 da. Building up SP at this point. Side quests are a great way to get SP, like real quick. They're like 200-300 SP per side quest. Most of the time you don't do shit. All right.
I'm not so sure. How's this?
Numbers Dorado's using. Destined to use.
I see.
Fight with this thing? See if you're great. Uh-huh. Part. Change the parts depending on attacking. Through the inspiration. My palace. Been joining us on your journey. Well, the instruments, I'd like to know. Let's go where the wind blows.
Agreed.
Okay.
Totally.
Ah. Yes. Till we meet again. Okie then. I don't know what quivering candles do, but I have some.
I can't believe you managed to shoo off that irritating boss.
Quivering candle. Handful of candles. When their light expires, so too will the life of the warrior who seeks the divine artifact, or so it's said. Is it equipment? No. Ah. What the hell is it? Oh. It looks like it's an artifact. Not outfits. Go. Cooking boost. More ore. Lovely.
Had we brought him along, it would have livened up our journey considerably.
You know, maybe you're right. We could have hit it off.
Yeah, and the two of you could be
Irritating together. Alright. Go see if we can go back to the forest and work our way to the next save point or camp. Not save point, but camp point.
I wonder what we'll find out
Which is way the hell down here. That's fine.
there this time.
Most likely Zoogles, I would reckon.
I mean,
I won't forgive you. Look sharp.
Do they have no weaknesses? At least not it's telling me.
Don't get in trouble again.
Wait.
Say no more.
Well done.
You're mine. Rising Wyvern.
Do it.
All right.
Flashing fang!
I want to see hers with Dolaheems.
It's over.
Do it. Frozen.
Nope. Damn it. I want to see hers with Dolaheems. Oh well. One of these days.
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
No choice. Here I come.
You want me? Come get me.
You picked the wrong fight.
Glacial shield. Piercing. I never miss.
Here I come. It's over.
Darkness.
Piercing destruction. Try it. We got flyers.
I've got this. Let him march.
All yours.
Lightning. Downfall.
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foes. Actually, perhaps sound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
There we go.
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
Kitara. Frozen.
No!
Next
Still the
time,
wrong one.
Do you think we could add some more flames?
Hey,
into
what's what
this?
means?
Huh? It's not that easy to adjust, you know.
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than. Seriously? Is this a joke?
Here I come.
On guard!
It's over.
Shockwave Flash. Get on in there with the others.
Destruction.
Light astral energy.
Rising Wyvern.
Here's a hero.
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Burn it out. Prepare to be seen.
Nice. Not sure how that worked, but
Now.
Make it rain. Astral energy.
Say no more.
trying to get Dolaheems.
Element render.
Lunar Rondo.
All right. That was fun.
I feel sprightlier than
Right.
before.
Oh, wait, no, I already went that way. Shit. I need to go this way.
This will be a delicious piece of cake.
Take this! Here I come!
Sleep now.
Get
No, get out there with the others.
Try
Look sharp.
Sleep now.
Shot.
Get out there with the others. Magic
Here
is
I
there.
come! Come one, come all!
This will come in handy.
Too fast! Stand back! I'll trip it up.
I would love you if you would trip it up. It'd be great.
Shion, astral energy.
God dang it. Ah. One of these days, I'll get one with Dolheim. Dolheim. One of these days, man.
What I call ice.
Together, I knew we could do it.
All right. That was easy.
Look, Hoodle, one of your buddies.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Not today!
Not on my watch.
Take this! Prepare to be seen!
One at a time.
Try this!
How about this? Shion, astral
Ah.
Flying freak! Why can't they just sit still? Here goes! Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Look sharp! One more! Here I come!
Astral energy.
Damn it. I love this one, so I can't even get mad, but I'm still mad.
I've been doing really great lately.
Well, that will lead where I want to go. Not necessarily the same way, but hey, astral ore. Technically the correct way. Not that it mattered much. All right. Campsite.
The animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
All right. What we'll do here. Do this. See if he has anything new. Nope, nothing that's not already equipped anyway. Forge weapon, craft. So I can get this, which will help a lot. Nice. What am I missing? Lizard fins. Okay. Lizard fins. Go. Perfect. That's not what I meant to do. Did not mean to equip them. I'll have to fix that.
Have you guys?
Here we go. Ring stone wing. Yep. Okay. Perfect.
Checked your equipment lately?
Rest. We'll rest, we'll eat, and then we'll save, and we'll call it for the night.
I feel all bent out of shape.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Damn.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
I mean,
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one
I mean,
like
she
that
was just
with.
bugging the entire
Hey,
party
Mom,
about it.
I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
Brother seems to do
I
it.
wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from.
All
He
right,
taught
all
me
right.
everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
That's fair. That's
However,
fair.
You're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Yeah.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
Probably. Holy crap.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive.
Jesus, this bitch can do everything.
Big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Oh, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual.
Uh-huh.
Ever since we Renans conquered Dana, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Okay.
Well, if it's to preserve Danan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
Yeah,
You
that.
must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Oh, okay.
Your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Fire Master core, right?
Yep.
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Danan slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Fire Master Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay,
Yeah.
but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Danans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core.
Damn.
It is
All
a
right.
testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
So he won't use it,
Didn't
but he doesn't
differentiate between the
want
deaths of Danans and the deaths of Renans.
anyone to use it.
Danans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
All right. All right. All right.
Little late for that.
Well, only one person. Watched a lot of these. Holy shit. Rest. Cook. What is this? Oh, okay. I really should use something not what I like. Oh, like that. Dark mark. Makes it easier to detect when enemy. Okay. Don't want that. 4%. Okay. 4% more. Got it. So M, 15%. So S to M is holy shit. S is 10. M is 15. Okay. That's 4. T is 4. I don't like T. %. 20% to the party at the end of battle. Holy fuck. And more. Enemies drop lots more items. 5 CP at the end of each battle. I feel like I should probably run with those.
Looks perfect and tastes just as good.
I mean, the extra experience is cool and all. But let's talk with Kisara.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
But I feel like I'd be able to do more with constant CP.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes when it comes to my brother.
It's fine.
You said it, not me. Anyway, something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Don't know.
It's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell.
Damn.
I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long.
All right.
Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time.
That's fair.
Of losing hope.
That's
I wanted
fair.
to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
Absolutely
You might be
is.
right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No. When I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all.
Yeah, I'm closer to Kisara. I don't know what that does, but that's okay. Ooh. Shiona's bottomless stomach. That's hysterical to me. Oh, nice. Oh. Damn it. That's too useful not to have. Damn. The boost gauge. Huh. Enemy defeats. Ailment. This is toughy. This is a toughie. Downward sword swing that slams him into the ground. Finish out this one. Actually, I can get this too. Or nope. This is Renwell. Right. Start casting time. AG upon that. That'll finish that one off. Zara here. KO prevention. That'll be helpful, and that'll be helpful. One of his was KO prevention, right? Right, correct. Increase normal attack limit, and that. Ah. Do. That'll do.
Rise and shine.
That'll
Almost ready to
do.
leave.
It's auto saving, but we will save. All right. And that is it for tonight, friends. That is it for tonight. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I will catch everyone again Wednesday night. We'll be back. More of this fantastic goodness. We are, I think we'll be done maybe the end of this week. Depends. We'll find out. Depends on how much playtime we can get in. But thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I'll catch y'all next time.